Hi everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about triploid production, its various techniques, medias, explains organogenesis, factors affecting and its applications. So, triploid production. So, triploid production can sometimes called as or otherwise called known as endosperm culture, and as a result, we can produce triploid plants instead of diploid ones. So, this triploid plants are large organs compared to the normal ones. The in normal ones, that is diploid plants, have mm, two sets of chromosomes instead of three, and in triploid plants there are three sets of chromosomes, and this may lead to many desirable characteristics in this triploid plants, and they also have greater biomass, and they are highly resistant to the stressful conditions, and they have large amount of photosynthetic energy. So a normal diploid plant is differentiated from a triploid plant by its structure, like large organs including large leaves, fruits, flowers, etc. And these plants have three sets of chromosomes. That is the main thing in the triploid plants. So we already said it that triploid production can otherwise set it as endosperm culture. So before coming to endosperm culture, let us know what is endosperm. We all are familiar with endosperm. This is a specialized tissue that is present in the angiosperm, and this is formed as a result of double fertilization. That is, it is a specialized event takes place only in the angiosperms, and the fertilization, as a result of fertilization, zygote and endosperm is formed. Here zygote is formed as a result of fusion of one male gamete and female gamete, and endosperm is formed as a result of fusion of second male gamete and the two polar nuclei. As a result, the endosperm formed is 3N, that is three sets of chromosomes, and the zygote is 2N, that is two sets of chromosomes. So by culturing this endosperm, by isolating this endosperm and culturing on the suitable medium, on a suitable environment, we'll get the triploid plant, and this is done in vitro, and this technique is called as endosperm culture. So this endosperm has mitotic irregularities, chromosome ridges. These are some other important characteristics of this tissues. And the first attempt was done in or begin at in 1930s by the scientists called Lamb and Mills. And this triploid plants usually have sterile seeds. So in this case, we can improve the quality of the fruits like banana, apple, citrus, grapes, etc. by making them into seedlessness. So this is how the triploid plant become more useful, and triploid plants have more vigorous vegetative growth. So as a result, we can use the vegetative parts as economically useful. And now coming to the different types of endosperm culture, there are mainly two types, that is matured endosperm culture and immature endosperm culture. First one is matured endosperm culture. This is a technique which is an in vitro development where matured endosperms are isolated from a ripened fruit with an endospermic seed. So the seed have high level of endospermic tissue, and matured endosperm is isolated from a matured or fully ripened seed, a fully ripened fruit. And after isolating this one, we are allowed to grow on a suitable culture medium, and finally we will get an triploid plant, and this process is called as, or this method is called as matured endosperm culture. And several taxus has been now been grown successfully using this method, and It shows an optimal growth on the medium that contains either cytokinin or a combination of cytokinin with auxin. These are we all know these are the growth regulators of plants, and we all are familiar with it. And endosperms of Sandalam album. Sandalam album is a scientific name of sandal, and some other plants can be successfully grown on a whites medium, and in this whites medium it also contains 2,4-D kind and yeast extract. 2,4-D is a chemical compound that is used as a plant growth regulators. That is also we studied in early classes. Then next type is immature endosperm culture. This is also an in vitro development, and here we extract the endosperm from their precise states from the immature seeds. The matured endosperms are isolated from fully ripened and fully endospermic seed. Here we are isolating the immature endosperm from immature seeds. So that is the difference between two types. And after isolation, same as matured endosperm, we will cultivate, or we will allow to grow on a suitable culture medium to obtain the triploid plant, and this method is called, or this process is called as immature endosperm culture. And this requires a substance like yeast extract or casein hydrolase in addition to the basal medium. So along with the basal medium we will need extra yeast extract or casein hydrolase. And here the age of the endosperm is a critical, or is a main thing in for the growth in vitro conditions. So in case of immature endosperm culture, the age of the endosperm is very important. And for this example is that in case of cereals like maize, wheat, barley and all, the endosperm tissue is isolated, which are younger than 8 or older than 12 days after the pollination, did not grow in the culture. So if we are extracting this endosperm before the 8 days, younger than 8 or older than 12 days after the pollination, it does not grow in, or does not grow on the medium, even we are providing on the suitable conditions. So here the age is very important. Now the endosperm culture involves different steps. So it mainly consists of four main steps. The first step is isolating or extracting the endosperm along with the embryo. So before that we want to get the seed from the fruit. We will get the seed from the fruit, and it is dissected under aseptic condition, and we will remove we will isolate the endosperm. Sometimes we will isolate endosperm along with embryo, or sometimes maybe we all only need isolated endosperm only. In some cases embryo is important. Embryo along with the endosperm is important for their differentiation in initial stage. That is why we are isolating embryo along with it. And after, so this is the first step, and after the isolation of endosperm, then this endosperm is cultivated, or then we are transferring this endosperm into a suitable culture medium and allowed to grow. So this will leads to uh, so this will allow us to go follow the callus formation or embryogenesis, or the shoot formation or differentiation. And finally fourth step is complete plant formation. So as a result we will get a triploid plant. These are the four main steps takes place in the endosperm culture. Now we are coming to the procedures of endosperm culture.